Hi guys and welcome back to Tommy's Starcraft. This is your host Tommy with another Starcraft Remastered replay for you guys. And once again we have a great engagement in between the two pro players from the South Korean scene. Before I introduce the players, let me just apologize to you guys, given the fact that in the thumbnail there is not the player last. Actually I have found a nice thumbnail with snow and with flash. So yeah, my apologies to you guys. Now let me just introduce the players to you guys. In the upper right, in the purple, we have Last, the Terran player, and his opponent is going to be none other than spawning here in the lower right. In the blue, it is Snow. So Snow, a very strong Protoss player, indeed one of the best Protoss in the current level. Him together with Rain, and also Last, a very talented and at the same time strong new Terran player here indeed, as he's already moving out here with an SCV on the map. And look at that, finally a Terran that decides to go for some cheese, so it's not going to be the Protoss this time cheesing in the middle of the map with a pylon and gateways, as we have this SCV actually building a bunker here. So we're going to see a bunker, sorry, it's a barracks of course. So it's a perhaps it's going to be of course a marine push here with some bunkers, but this is a 4 spawning location map, so I don't know if this is really going to work out here for Last, as he has to explore all of the 3 remaining locations here. Snow also already moving out here with a early probe, so he might also be into some cheese, so let's just see exactly what he's up to. He's spawning here through these 2 eggs, so he might go, he's actually deciding perhaps to go straight into a expansion, which is really a bad decision given the fact that Last is cheesing him with some early aggression, but Last also has to find the Protoss first. So the SCV is already moving out here, sadly in the wrong direction. There is however another SCV here who goes straight in the correct direction. First Marine is also out on the map. Both players are at the same count of workers, 30 workers versus the 11 from Last, as he's also producing more and more workers here. So the first SCV doesn't find his target, but the second SCV right here is going to make it out up on the ramp, and he finally finds here Snow with his gateway just half done. But we already see 2 Marines out, as more and more Marines will of course be pumped here, and this SCV is also very important here, as he's going to go to build very likely a barracks, perhaps even here into the main. So let's just see where exactly he's going for. Snow knows exactly what's going up here. He pulls so many probes here. Actually he's just transferring them perhaps to the expansion. Let's just see what more is coming in here. Another SCV. Gas has been cancelled. There's just 2 probes being left here, and Snow says, okay, you know what, you want to take my main, as I'm just going to transfer all of my probes into this location. Actually everything is being transferred now. Only 3 probes are being remaining here for Snow, but Snow at the same time brings 3 probes back in here. Actually more and more probes are returning, as they will have to find a connection here for those units. They will have to find a surround. Even more and more probes are being pulled. There is finally that one Zealots here out, as the Marines will of course be surrounded here a little bit, so that their path is being blocked. So a nice job here by Snow, killing those 3 Marines. I believe 2 Marines are indeed in this bunker, so a good hold here for Snow, as another bunker is being placed here. But remember, the Protoss has the high ground, so he should be okay. He's going straight for those Marines. Another Marine is being killed, one is still alive, another is in the bunker. This bunker here will very likely get destroyed, as I'm pretty sure another Zealot is going to make its way here out for Snow. So what a crazy early aggression here by Last. Like I told you, finally a Terran that decides not to go for mechanical units. He just goes straight into aggression, but Snow is pumping from his expansion here. Last of course not having an expansion, as he invested everything into this push. But I think with those 2 Zealots he should be able to hold this small ramp in here. So finally the aggression is a little bit over. Let's just see, he's very likely going to place some more Zealots in here, and a cybernetic scores. For cybernetic score for that Dragoons. Remember, Dragoons, if you micro them correctly, they can out micro Marines, so Dragoons are must here now for Snow, as more and more Marines are being pumped here for Last. Last also building a factory here, or no, it's actually an academy, so he's going to go straight into Steam. Steam very much needed here for him to win this game. Of course, one Zealot a little bit hurt here, but the Marines will just kite back and forward here, just deal a little bit of damage and then just return to that bunker. Snow a little bit too much in the front. That Zealot also very low now. and there's even a barracks into this position, so he's pumping from 2 barracks now, mass marines here. Worker wise, same worker count for both players, but Snow perhaps with a small advantage as his expansion is up, so in case this base is under threat, he's going to of course have the possibility to perhaps even build some defenses into his expansion, as there is another gateway here, and pretty soon there should be some dragoons out, and when the dragoons are out, of course Last is going to be in some serious trouble here. Even though his early aggression was very good here, the one dragoon is out and he has the high ground, so these marines don't see him. Finally a little bit of damage is being dealt. There is even a medic out here, of course a medic much needed. Let's just see how far he is with that stim almost being done, so the marines could be very strong here. Even some SCVs are being pulled, even a fire bat is being added, another medic is being added, so there's a nice surround here from Snow just to defend this ledge here, this small choke point. Even a pylon is being built, so perhaps he's going for some cannons, but does he have a forge? There's a scan coming out, and pretty soon indeed, here we go, SCVs are in the front, Stim is out at firebat here, deals so much splash damage, but it's being taken out. Lots of marines with another Stim here, so much damage is being dealt here, as Snow has to micro his heart out here against all of that Terran masses here. Really great job here by Last with that Stim making it forward, and those 2 medics very important here for him. Finally he just kites back and forward, but he's taking so much damage here. He does kill a couple of marines in here, but this firebat hero in the front also dealing so much damage. Probes once again are being pulled, another bunker is being placed, more stimped marines are coming in, and now the economy from Snow is under a threat. These SCVs will of course be taken out, but at the same time he's just going straight for that pylon just to stop any production here. So a nice move here by Last, just crippling here Snow more and more. There's even this bunker here into this location, so nicely done here by him. One dragoon is very hurt. So what is going to be the answer here from Snow against this strong aggression by Last? Last showing us a new strategy here for the Terran once again, Stim. Killing that dragoon so fast as Snow has to retreat. Those marines are so fast with that Stim. One dragoon once again being taken out, and even the third. So really good job here by him, but notice that Snow, he's at 16 workers versus only the 13, and remember that the Terran really invested so much here for his push, but there is a forge now out here for Snow. So this indicates of course to us that he's going for some cannons. Cannons really good against some marines, but remember there is Stim, there are medics here. This dragoon is going to buy a little bit of time here for Snow, but he's being cornered and killed of course by Last. We even have 2 probes here into this location. Perhaps Snow is going to try a cannon rush here, so let's just see what exactly he's up to. The 2 probes make it into the main, but they just start to fight here, so I'm not really sure what exactly he's doing here. Perhaps just wishes to deny a little bit of mining time. In the meantime, the 2 gateways are being rebuilt into this position, as Last has to kill these 2 eggs here just to make it through this ledge and into the expansion here from Snow. More and more buildings are being added. This should be for some cannons, 2 cannons, but will 2 cannons be enough against Steam Marine with medics? I'm not quite sure, as even a marine has to be retreated here just to take care of those probes. But is there still a chance here from Snow against this aggression? Let's have a look. This probe of course will fall, and in come the marines. Once again probes are being pulled. The cannons already do take some damage, so many probes are falling here for Snow once again, as he's falling at 15 versus the 19 from Last in here. So Last just remaining with a small army group out here, some marines into this position just to make sure that the Nexus falls, as he's also going into a factory. So pretty good early game here by him. He's also floating here his barracks into this position, so really smart just to produce his marines and medics and firebats from here just to avoid those cannons. So really nice job for him. Of course he has no starport yet. A dropship would have been great here just to avoid these cannons, just to pick up those marines and just place them in here. And what exactly does Snow have? He has his gateway here, but in comes this crazy firebat dealing so much damage. And another firebat here with Steam, just going straight for the economy here from Snow. Really good job here by him, killing two probes. And once again another firebat hero. Here we go, going straight for that economy. Once again 2 probes are being killed, so this is a really insane strategy here by Last. Look at them go with that splash damage against those drones, sorry, probes. Yet another one, he's just trading 1 firebat against 2 probes, but now 2 dragoons are out. However, the damage has been already done here, as Snow has dropped to 12 drones indeed. So what a crazy game here by him, as he floats up his barracks. But look at that, Snow also expanding into this position, so I'm not sure that Last knows about it. Of course he's going to explore the whole map. 2 marines are being left here just to kill those gateways. 1 gateway still into this position, and this bunker is also up here, so Last is of course checking the other locations here. He's also having scan, so he might scan this position. Once again, these barracks are producing here some firebat heroes, so the economy is going to be once again under the threat if those bats make it into this position. But no, he just cancelled them and floats up at the same time. Last feeling very confident here, just expanding into this position, and he's already at 32 workers here. So with those factories, he's even pumping some tanks now out. Tanks with siege ability, of course, very good counter to those dragoons. Let's just see what exactly the answer from Snow is going to be. He's going to into a robotics facility, so he might see some drops with some weavers, with some psionic storm, with high templars. Dark templars could be a possibility, as there aren't that many turrets here in for the Terran. There's just a scan. Finally the starport comes out, so we might see some drops with those drop ships. Like I told you, into this position with some marines, it could be very effective, very good, as these marines are still slowly but steadily taking out this position. At the same time, this barracks is finally going to make it into this position, so Last is going to see exactly what Snow, where his expansion is. So he's going to very likely kill this extractor here, and perhaps going to harass this mineral line here against Snow. So Snow in a little bit of trouble here. His economy has been hurt. He's slowly recovering here, already at 24 workers, but Last at 40 workers already, so really good job by him. And yeah, let's just have a look what the next step is going to be, as even vultures are being added now. Vultures with mines, like we see early on from the Terran, a very good option here, especially that there is no observatory yet here for the Protoss, just a robotic support base. So we might see some reavers. Of course very good against marines and firebats, but not that good against those siege tanks. And these units are still trying to kill this egg here just to make it through. I'm pretty sure he's going for this location. There's once again this firebat coming in, killing 1 probe. And you know, Celeste's really out of the ordinary gameplay here. He just lands his barracks here into this position, and yeah, just says hi here with his firebats against the economy here from Snow. So what a crazy game here by Last. Really, Last very smart, very cocky here. But there is a cannon here, and there's even 2 cannons here, so what is Snow's answer going to be? He's moving out with just 4 dragoons here, but yeah, he has no detection yet, so mines without an observer will deal, of course, so much splash damage. At the same time, he's just moving out with his own dropship, and this expansion here from Snow is in trouble. Snow has to pull his probes back, as there's once again this firebat with those tanks in here. So once again, Snow at only 1 base here versus the 2 base push, even soon to be a 3 base Terran. More and more is being added here, so let's just have a look. He's very likely going to transition into perhaps an expansion into this position. The dragoons are on the high ground. They could defend, of course, this location, as those marines are still taking care of those eggs. But the damage has already been done here. There is a nice dropship. The dropship could pick, of course, up the marines into this position. There's also 1 reaver here, another reaver being produced. So Snow is really going to very likely go into this position, or perhaps the main, just to kill so many SCVs here from the Terran. A Wraith is being added. Wraith, of course, just to counter this shuttle here. Some dragoons are also out on the map. Last needs to be careful. He might lose the dropship and even some tanks here. 3 tanks. However, Once again a dropship here, losing the dropship with 2 tanks. A little bit of sloppy gameplay here by last. It happens as Snow has his speed upgraded here, so he could do some damage here, but he doesn't see those rays. Nicely micro tier out, but sadly for him, his dropship at the same time, his shuttle, sorry, has been killed. So, and if I look at the scary worker count here, last almost at 60 workers versus the only 18 here from Snow. It looks like his cheese has worked out. He's even building a turret, of course, just in case Snow is going for some Dark Templar. Remember guys, Dark Templars are invisible, but they can be detected with those turrets. Let's have a look at his main, what he's adding, perhaps even more and more factories, of course. Factories it is, so the transition is real here from last. He's just going straight once again into mechanical units, like most Terrans do. Goliaths won't be a necessity, because I don't really think that Snow has any air units, but mass tanks with vultures should be good here for last, unless there is a miracle somehow going to happen here for Snow. Snow on a 1 base versus a 3 base Terran. Really good early aggression here by last, and even his race might kill some probes in here, or even a Dragoon. Yeah, they don't have invisibility cloak yet upgraded, so they're just gonna fly over some Ursadons here. Really great looking Ursadons here. So let's have a look once again. Snow is moving out with a couple of Dragoons. He just tries to find those pickups, those, even with that dropship, with those tanks. He did a really good job here. Nice micro him. By him, he takes out that one turret. He even might take out, please excuse me, these barracks here, as he's moving into the expansion here. But siege tanks are on the high ground. Nice micro here with that shuttle, but there's 2 siege tanks and even Wraiths waiting here for that shuttle. And also nicely placed turrets here just to deal as much damage to that shuttle. The shuttle is already so much hurt, but it's much needed just to avoid those tank attacks. This turret has to, of course, be killed before the shuttle drops his reaver. There's also, however, a Wraith in here. There are siege tanks here in here, so it's going to be very hard here for Snow to deal some damage. More siege tanks are being added. Let's just see, is he going to be able to kill some SCVs here? Just going straight for that tank, even kills some SCVs, so really good job here by him. But at the same time, the Reaver also takes damage here. The Dragoons also take damage, and I believe that the Reaver, has he been killed? I think yes, and this is of course going to be the GG here, boys. No, actually he's not GGing out. He is of course very frustrated as he's just leaving the game. Of course he's at only 1 base, and he saw the 3rd base here for the Terran, and the Terran even could have taken this location. He even still had this small army composition. So finally an aggressive Terran, finally a Terran that doesn't just turtle up in his main. He's just going straight for an early aggression with his barracks here. Luckily for him, his 2nd SCV did scout this position, so the push once again was very strong. And a good lesson to you guys: if you're a Terran, this could be a nice cheese against any opponent. I believe it even works against the Zerg, so you guys might want to check it out. Yeah, finally a great game here by a Terran. Not an all mechanical unit early on, but an early cheesy aggression, which in the end has worked out here. So really good job here by both players. I hope you guys enjoyed the replay. I'll be seeing you of course in the next replay. This is Tommy signing out.